Safe to say that the appeal of motorcycle taxis is being caused by the worsening traffic. But here's another trend, that might be fueled by that: co-working spaces. I had a chat with IWG's country manager for the Philippines, Lars Wittig, regarding the benefits of flexible workspaces, not just in the capital, but in the provinces as well.
First of all, if you want to work whenever and wherever, then of course the more locations, the better. Within Metro Manila, with our traffic situation here, you can almost be, if you have one location on one side of it, another one just across on the opposite side, it is almost like it is in two different provinces. But that is also very much the case when we actually do go to the provinces. We want to, because of the traffic, because of the exaggerated demand and pressure on the national capital region, we would like to make it easier to expand, either simply circumvent Metro Manila or expand outside from Metro Manila and outside into the provinces, Tier 2 cities, Davao, Cebu, Pampanga, and even northern Luzon.
Now, you are also predicting that in 10 years, it will contribute $254 billion to the economy. Why will so much money actually move into the flexible economy?
There are several factors here. It is the way that people would like to go to work. We have previously been very focused on the BPO sector, how much are they creating of demand, then it becomes the POGOs, but today, more than anything else, it is the way that we would like to go to work. And that requires flexibility. And that, by the way, the CFOs, they love it too. It's not just the HR. People like to have that flexibility, great. So now you can attract, retain the talents. The CFOs, they love it because it creates productivity and it minimizes their financial commitments. Because with the flexibility comes no long-term liabilities and no capital investments.
Do you think that traffic, in a way, is also help boosting that growth in terms of flexible workspaces?
Yes, within Metro Manila, but I would rather also look at how we are creating growth and inclusive growth in the provinces. We know that most of the GDP and GDP per capita is much higher in Metro Manila. The GDP per capita in Visayas, Mindanao, is only 64% of national average, including those two regions. We would like to see that grow, and we would like to see it grow with good, high-end, high-value office jobs. We facilitate that. However, what we also have seen in the Tier 2 cities is the local entrepreneurs, they see the light very quickly. So they quickly become a member in, say, Cebu or Davao or Pampanga, because they can use it as a platform to also do business nationally and internationally. Once you are a member one place, you have access to all locations throughout the Philippines, but also the 3,400 locations globally.
Okay, we know these centers outside Metro Manila, Cebu, Davao, and like what you mentioned, Pampanga, but is there any other location here that you think could actually help spur growth?
Absolutely. I have a minimum 12 cities in mind outside Metro Manila where we are not represented yet. If I should start very quickly from the south, Zamboanga is one of the largest cities in the country, I think number 4. Sooner or later we shall be there also. We are in Davao, but plenty of room for expansion. General Santos we need to be in Cagayan de Oro. We have entered a partnership on a franchise basis with a local investor in Visayas, Apple One. They have been a partner with us since we opened the first center, but they have now acquired the 2 existing centers in Cebu City. Cebu, but also committed to add 8 centers, 8 locations throughout Visayas in only 5 years.
You're talking about inclusive growth here geographically, but how might that also actually spur job creation?
The thing is, a lot of business can be done almost anywhere. And why not go to those areas where there's less competition for the labor? And another aspect that is very interesting here in the Philippines, I mean, universities are not exclusive for Metro Manila. You have excellent universities in Tier 2, even Tier 3 cities. Take Dumaguete. That is barely a tier 2 city yet, but excellent universities. Why not tap directly into those?
Okay, I'm going to pose a last question here, Lars. Let's talk about a lot of the major property developers in the country also creating their own co-working facility within their buildings. How is that going to affect your play here? How do you see them as competition? And lastly, at the same time, you have co-working spaces getting a bit of a bad rap here after that whole WeWork saga. Is there a fallout?
There's no fallout. Our colleagues in the industry have created a lot of interest in this market. The business model has never been questioned.
Okay.
It is just not as easy to run this business as it may look. Besides, also remember, very easy to enter the market. You and I, we could take an office lease tomorrow, put our names up, and underneath say co-working, and we are in business. But trust me, after you expand 3, 6, 8 centers, maybe in more than one city, maybe in more than one country, very, very few are able to make money the way that we are. So we have done that with success. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers it.